Hi everyone. Oh my god, a lot of not so good things have happened around the world lately. Last week we had the French Cathedral Notre Dame. Last weekend there was a terrorist attack in Sri Lanka, and then a while ago here in the Philippines there's a there's a well, let's call it quote unquote mild earthquake, but we're fine in Metro Manila, but there have been some casualties in the epicenter of the earthquake in near Pampanga. Yeah, but I don't know, man. How is that related to trading? I don't know, but I have a weird feeling that we're slowly experiencing some major changes, and I really feel like I want to be optimistic regarding the economy. Regarding I don't want to be like zero hedge, very bearish, very pessimistic. But seeing these events, hearing these events, I think in some way these major shifts will definitely have an impact in the larger picture, the macro economy, and the stock market or the S&P 500, for instance, is kind of, I don't know, it's really not breaking out the 3,000 level that I'm eyeing for. It's been conservatively just barely touching that level for the past 2 to 3 weeks now. So I feel like there's a 75 to 80% probability that it's gonna bounce down real soon. Regarding forex, GBP has been there's still this strong bullish momentum, but I think it's slowly thinning now. And euro, I thought it's gonna start reversing, but thankfully most of our gains came from euro, unlike the other week where most of my losses were caused by euro pair. So for the trades that performed well last week, one of them is euro NZD. This was the idea last week, and this is how it went. I think this pair actually reversed and just continued ranging between 1.67 and 1.675. I was pretty lucky rather not really luck, because I made a actual decision to move my stop loss there at 1.67107, and it did reverse. The euro NZ reverse back to 1.67465, I believe. I'm not sure what level is it right now, but yeah, I think we locked in a few pips there. And then another pair that performed well last week was GBP JPY. This was the idea last week, and this is how it went. Actually, I was pretty nervous trading this pair because my risk reward ratio isn't that great. It's below 1:1. So, but yeah, I just thought that it will continue going down to 145. But I think I was trying to avoid some GBP news at around Thursday or Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna flash here. Just kind of forgot what it is. And so yeah, but I think it did continue go down, and kind of regret manually closing it. But sort of, some part of me regret, but I think it's still, I think at least I did one of the best practices in trading forex, which is avoiding the news, avoid having open positions, or avoid trading before high risk, medium to high risk news event. And then another pair that performed well last week was euro JPY. Actually, this is the last one. This is the idea last week, and this is how it went. Actually made an adjustment. I moved the stop loss at 126.074, and I believe this continued going down, but it's all right. At least if ever it didn't continue going down to 125, at least we're able to lock in some good profits at 125.857. Now moving now to trading the pair that didn't, actually there's just one pair that didn't perform quite well last week. It's Euro AUD. This was the idea last week, and this is how it went. I was actually pretty bearish in euro, at least in the short run, because I thought it's gonna consolidate last week, not this week. It's gonna consolidate last week, continue consolidating last week after its gains during the during the end of March up to the first week of April. Then it started, reversing the moment the Brexit got delayed last April 12. The the pound pairs continued going up, and then euro on the other end started going down. So they kind of worked in inverse way. So yeah, and actually this pair today reversed to 1.57, but again I don't leave any trades open during the weekends for my live accounts. Yeah, I always make sure that I close my open positions, because there's also the swap costs too, so that will add up if I'm not trading, if I'm not being very careful, and I'm not considering the effect of carry trade. So there you go. And then let's now move on to trading ideas for this week.